What if I told you that just 3 simple words can make you instantly more attractive to women? Curious? Not pickup lines, not tricks, just 3 calm words that older men use naturally without even thinking about it. Welcome to Dark Feminine Insights, the place where we explore the hidden psychology of attraction, power, and emotional connection between men and women. In today's video, we're uncovering 3 simple words older men naturally use that make women feel deeply drawn to them, not through pressure or tricks, but through calm confidence, emotional intelligence, and presence. Let me begin with a truth that many younger men don't like hearing. Attraction isn't built on a six-pack. It's not about driving a flashy car, and it's definitely not about being the loudest or most confident guy in the room. Thoughtful. In many situations, the men who naturally stand out are the older ones. Not because they try harder, but because the way they communicate feels different. Today, I want to share 3 simple words older men tend to use without thinking. Words that make women feel naturally drawn to them. Not forced, not manipulated, just genuinely drawn in. Curious. When you understand the psychology behind these words, the way you communicate will change forever. Let's start with the first word. Interesting. Just that. Interesting. Think about how most men respond when a woman shares something personal. Maybe she says, "I've been thinking about changing my career." Many guys immediately answer with something like, "Oh, that's cool," or they jump straight into giving advice about what she should do. Older men handle it differently. Instead of reacting right away, they pause for a moment. Curious. They sit back slightly and simply say, "Interesting." That single word carries more weight than people realize. First, it shows emotional control. Instead of reacting instantly, you're taking a moment to process what she said. That calm response signals maturity. Second, it sparks curiosity. Women naturally pay attention to emotional signals. When you say "interesting" in a calm tone, it makes her wonder what's going through your mind. Pause. That small sense of mystery pulls her attention toward you. Third, it shows respect. You're not judging her idea, and you're not correcting her. You're acknowledging what she said without rushing to control the conversation. Thoughtful. This is something older men understand well. They don't feel a constant need to impress. They're not desperate to prove they're the smartest person in the conversation. They're comfortable allowing a little silence. Pause. And silence, when used with intention, has power. Think about how rare that is today. Many men fill every quiet moment with words because they're uncomfortable with silence. But controlled silence can shift the entire energy of a conversation. Curious. Next time a woman shares something personal, don't rush to respond. Simply say, "Interesting," maintain eye contact for a moment, and then ask a thoughtful question. You'll notice the dynamic instantly change. Pause. Now let's talk about the second phrase. Take your time. This one goes deeper than it seems. One of the strongest feelings a woman can experience around a man is emotional safety. And safety doesn't come from pressure. It doesn't come from urgency or from someone pushing for answers too quickly. Older men understand timing. If she's opening up slowly, unsure about something, or trying to figure out her feelings, he simply says, "Take your time." Gentle, and he truly means it. Those 3 words communicate something powerful without directly saying it. They show emotional abundance. Many younger men operate from a place of scarcity, size. They worry she'll lose interest. They worry someone else will step in. Because of that fear, they rush everything. But when you calmly say, "Take your time," you're sending a different message. You're showing that you're not desperate. You're not chasing validation. You're steady and grounded. Calm stability is deeply attractive. Female psychology is strongly connected to emotional security. When a woman feels rushed, her defenses go up. But when she feels space and patience, she naturally relaxes. There's another important layer to this. The patience you show others often reflects the patience you have with yourself. If you constantly feel like you're behind in life or pressured to achieve everything immediately, that tension will appear in your interactions. Thoughtful. Women can sense when a man feels anxious about his own path. Older men often carry a different energy because they've accepted their pace in life. Size. They're not trying to prove they're ahead of everyone else. They're not competing with every man in the room. They move at their own rhythm. Start practicing this mindset in your own life too. Whether it's building your body, your career, or your confidence, give yourself space to grow. Thoughtful. Calm. Patient men are uncommon, and anything rare naturally becomes more attractive. Now let's talk about the third phrase, I understand. This one only works if it's genuine. If it's fake, people can feel it instantly, but when it's sincere, it's incredibly powerful. Empathetic. When a woman is expressing frustration or sharing something emotional, she usually isn't looking for solutions right away. What she really wants is to feel heard. Older men understand this. Instead of interrupting with logic or trying to fix the situation immediately, they listen first. And when the moment is right, they simply say, I understand. Calm. They don't debate feelings and they don't try to win an argument about emotions. Instead, they calmly say, I understand. Not in a weak or submissive tone, but in a steady and grounded way. Here's the difference. Thoughtful. A younger guy might quickly respond with something like, that's not a big deal. But an older man will say, I understand why that would bother you. Do you notice the shift there? You're acknowledging her feelings without necessarily agreeing with every detail of the situation. That's emotional intelligence. Thoughtful. And emotional intelligence feels mature, which naturally makes it more attractive. But there's something important to remember. You can't fake this if you haven't done any work on yourself. If you're still overwhelmed with insecurity, frustration, or constant stress, you'll react emotionally instead of responding calmly. So if you want the phrase, I understand, to have real power, start by understanding yourself first. Ask yourself honest questions. Curious. Why do you become defensive so quickly? Why do you feel the need to prove you're right? Why does disagreement trigger such a strong reaction? Self-awareness is what transforms I understand from just a phrase into a presence. And that presence is something many older men naturally develop over time. Thoughtful. Now take a step back and look at these three words together. Interesting. Curious. Take your time. I understand. None of them are flashy. None of them sound like clever pickup lines. They're calm, simple, and controlled. That's where their power comes from. Most women are used to men trying hard to impress them, constantly trying to entertain them or dominating every conversation. But when a man is grounded, when he speaks less but with intention, when he listens more than he reacts, that energy feels different, thoughtful, and different always stands out. This isn't about magically becoming older overnight. It's about adopting the mindset that usually comes with experience. Thoughtful. You don't need gray hair to communicate maturity. You need emotional control. You don't need wealth to show stability. You need patience, size. And you don't need complicated words. You just need the right energy behind simple ones. So how can you begin practicing this today? Curious. Start with something practical. The next time you talk with a woman, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, focus on slowing yourself down. Don't interrupt. Pause for a second before answering. Speak slightly slower and lower your tone. Then intentionally use one of these three phrases. But the deeper step goes beyond words. Begin building the kind of life that naturally supports this mindset. Thoughtful. Older men often attract attention not just because of what they say, but because of who they've become over time. They've made mistakes, sighs, they've failed. They've rebuilt their lives more than once. They've been humbled and learned from it. Thoughtful. All of that creates depth. So if you feel like you're behind in life right now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Thoughtful. Struggles are often what create depth in a person. If you're facing self-doubt, that's where self-awareness begins. Instead of trying to appear impressive, focus on becoming steady and solid as a person. Size, because when you're truly grounded, even your simplest words carry weight. Interesting creates curiosity and shows emotional control. Curious, take your time, communicates patience and emotional stability. I understand demonstrates empathy and emotional intelligence. Don't try to use all three at once. Don't force the conversation, just choose one of them and practice using it this week. Pay attention to how people react when you slow down and speak with intention. But more importantly, notice how you feel when you stop chasing approval and start grounding yourself. In the end, attraction isn't about flashy words or trying too hard to impress. It's about calm confidence, emotional control, and the ability to listen and respond with intention. Simple words like interesting, take your time, and I understand show maturity, patience, and presence. When you focus on becoming grounded and self-aware, even the simplest words can carry powerful meaning. Thoughtful. And that's the kind of energy people naturally feel drawn to. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the hidden psychology of attraction and human behavior, make sure you like the video and subscribe to Dark Feminine Insights. For more content like this, excited. And if this message resonated with you, comment the word chapter, grounded, below, so I know you're someone who understands the power of calm confidence.